Welcome to our Science Update. This is a two-part series. One part, Liz Hirschman will walk you through the STEM Scopes curriculum that we have purchased for our 6th grade teams, and I am going to take a look more at the in general three-dimensional science and how it applies in our new science classrooms. I want to start by having you watch a little video. Have you seen that video before? What surprises you? What sparks your interest? Why did that happen? This is a phenomena. This sparks learning, sparks inquiry, makes kids think about what's going on in that photo. I didn't expect that to happen when I first saw this, and my mind started spinning with all the ideas of why this could have happened. So our new science curriculum is built around phenomena. We're going to always be incorporating phenomena in a way that makes students wonder and makes them generate questions. And as we do that, we're going to incorporate something called three-dimensional science. Three-dimensional science has these 3 dimensions. They are the practices, the cross-cutting concepts, and disciplinary core ideas. I'm going to go into each of those a little bit deeper, and then we're going to talk about how they're intersecting in the students' lessons. As we do this, science might look very different from what you're used to. We're looking for students to be the problem solvers, to figure out how the phenomena work, to talk it out with their classmates and their teachers. We're looking for students to throw ideas out into the space, to defend them, and to be able to question when other students' ideas don't make sense. To do that, we have to create a really trusting classroom and create an environment where mistakes happen and mistakes are celebrated as new growth and new learning. We're also going to look at assessments that focus on the science practices through the lens of the content, but we're going to look at how the students make sense of the science in front of them. And then we're going to have students engage in engineering design and engage in science and engineering as an active discourse. So we're looking at a classroom where silence isn't engagement, but engagement looks like asking questions and answering questions and putting ideas into the space. And that can be in small groups or in a large environment. And clearly in distance learning, it's going to look a little bit different. These are our 8 practices. Those of you that have taken a look at some of the math practices may see some overlap. But we are going to focus our science students on these 8 ideas. Now you'll notice that these are not directly tied to any of our content areas. They transcend all of them. Take a moment and read through the 8. Each of these practices grows in complexity through the years. There is a book called the NGSS Framework, which actually gives the performance expectations at each grade band for these practices, so teachers have a concrete idea of where the students should be heading. We're going to use these as our reporting standards. We're going to incorporate them into the learning that the students do in each unit. So we're going to focus on, can they ask questions and define problems? Can they give arguments from evidence? Can they develop and use a model? How is their mathematical and computational thinking being applied? Those are the questions that our science teachers are going to be looking at, starting with our 6th grade, but also starting to work out in our 7 through 12. As they do this, they're going to be conscious of something called our cross-cutting concepts. You'll see that these are very interdisciplinary. These are some of the tools that they will use to incorporate those practices. Are they going to look for patterns? Are they going to look how energy and matter flows in cycles or how it's conserved? Are they going to look for how things change or how stable they are? These are the ideas that they're going to weave into the lessons and start to give students tools to work on those practices. And they'll be doing it through these disciplinary core ideas, or what we think of as the courses. So Earth and Space Science, life science and biology, physical science, which incorporates chemistry and physics. And woven throughout all of those, engineering, technology, and applications of science. So as we think about what this looks like, I found this graphic from Science in 3D, an overview for leaders. Take a moment and read through it. See what makes sense and what doesn't. What are we going to see less of in a 3D science classroom, and what are we going to see more of in a 3D science classroom? So this year in the classroom, we are going to implement STEM scopes, which is actually built around three-dimensional science, and the teachers are going to focus on those practices and incorporate the disciplinary core ideas and the cross-cutting concepts into their units and lessons. We are working with science teachers 7 through 12 to start to put a greater focus on the practices, to start introducing the phenomena that lead each unit, and to have the students start to make meaning in their current content areas. Liz has developed a video that is a walkthrough of STEM scopes, so I will let you watch that one. I believe you have the link. Please, if you have any questions about how 3D science looks, how it's going to change our science classrooms, or how to support your teachers or have us help you support your teachers, please reach out to Liz Hirschman or myself, Tanya Drake, in order to help guide you through that process. Thank you.